Hi everyone, it's Justin Mandel with the longest running WSO in Warrior Forum history. This is my software, the I Am Press Release Generator. This is our fourth version that we're launching with it, and there's significant money poured into it. We have totally revamped the entire piece of software for old users that have picked it up throughout the last 5 or 6 years or so. This is going to look completely different. We've really simplified it. We've isolated out all of the extraneous steps. It actually looks very much like an Apple website to me. It's very clean. It's very simple. It's very functional. This right here is the first screen that you'll see once you go ahead and buy the WSO. It's only going to be up for 7 days. I have no idea if it'll ever be up again as a WSO, so you should pick it up now if you are on the fence. So the bot in the last version and the in the third version, the bot was a separate OTO. It was selling for $19.95 with the full price of $47. But what we ended up doing was we ended up integrating it seamlessly directly into the software. So that's a nice little bonus freebie for you guys. So what happens here is you can go ahead and create your accounts right over here by clicking on this button. If you're not ready to do that, you can go ahead and skip the step, and that'll take you right into the software. The nice part is, just to give you a little idea, a little feel for all of the work that we have done, completely rebuilding the software from the ground floor up, is if you go ahead, if you create all of your accounts, you will never see this screen ever again when you log in. The only time you will ever see the screen ever again is if new sites were added that you need to create username and passwords for. So let's go ahead, let's skip this step. I'll take you into what the software actually looks like right now. We're inside the main piece of software right now. So if you take a look, like I said, the whole thing is very, very clean. For past users who are seeing this video and haven't logged in yet to see the brand new version, I'm sure that this will be a total shock to your system. If you remember, the last version was extremely cartoony. It didn't have this professional feel. It didn't look like Microsoft Word. It's really completely different, all right? So, as you know, if you're an old customer of mine, you know that I go all out to go ahead and really perfect things, make everything just as it needs to be without releasing something that shouldn't be released. That's just how I work, okay? So if you take a look at the top of the screen, we'll go kind of like top to bottom. Here's the login. Email address right over here. You log out using this right over here, this log out button. So important buttons guide. So we just have a little kind of like if we're in 4th or 5th grade, we kind of have like a little legend on a map. All right, so you can see just by reading over here what some of these buttons do. Okay, so you don't have to sort of only hover over the buttons to figure out what's actually happening with them. All right, and below this area over here, what we have is this is the navigation bar. All right, you'll be able to access lots of the bonuses right there. You got the 3-page quick start guide right over here. You have all of the training videos that you need to know. If you get lost, if you don't know how to do something, you just click on that button right there. Go through all the training videos. We have 2 of the bonuses right over here, the press release tips and the keyword research. Before you get to support, if you do have a question, we do have limited support, lifetime limited support for those of you that buy this WSO, which has been the same long-standing offer that's been going on since this first came out. Anyway, the knowledge base is here for you if you have any questions. All right, so that should certainly save you some time. Okay, if the knowledge base does not have questions, then by all means you can go ahead, click on the support button. That'll get you over to our dedicated support site. We are available evenings, Sunday through Thursday. Those are our work hours. Jeff is manning the support desk. I help him with that, okay, personally, actually. Otherwise, if you want to be an affiliate, click on this button right over here. That'll take you into the affiliate screen. If you want to know what version, what kind of updates have been going on, if you haven't logged in for a long time, you could click on this version button right over here, and you'll be able to see everything that's been done to the software. As part of one of your bonuses, I believe, you can go ahead, you can save an unlimited number of your press releases that you create with the I Am Press Release Generator, and that all gets saved right over here behind that link, okay? So you can go ahead, there's, I believe, a suggestion in there on having to do that, but in the future, if you ever wanted to go back and revisit one of your saved press releases, you'll be able to do so very, very easily. Finally, I know and I listen to my customers pretty well, I'd like to think. So anyway, this is another one of the features that people wanted to be able to see. If you have any comments, in other words, if you have suggestions that you want to make, if you want to see some changes with the next version that's going to come out, that by all means you can go ahead and submit your comment to us. I'm always more than glad to hear any comments, any suggestions for the software, all right? But anyway, so like I said, it's a very, very clean look. It's completely unlike the old piece of software. The old piece of software was sort of like very blocky. It was cartoony. You had to enter these different boxes. You had to keep on clicking to advance and advance and advance to the next screen, and that's not the case with this version over here, all right? I did want to point out a couple of things, though. You get 35 internet marketing professional templates to choose from. Those were made by my public relations expert. I've been using her for years. She's really excellent. I know that people have had a lot of success using the templates that she went ahead and created based on my suggestions, all right? So if we follow the key, and if we click on over here, this is exactly where you'll find all of the templates. If you know how to write a press release, and if you don't want to use a template, then if you write actually behind this box over here, you'll see there's just a blank screen, and that's where you can just write your press release in if you want, okay? But otherwise, if you are new to press releases, and actually for that fact, let me say this, I've been writing press releases for 8 years now. I personally use these templates. The reason why is because it is so easy. I don't have to think. I could write a press release, a custom press release on my own. I've done it lots and lots and lots of times. It's how I got started. It's the very first thing that got me started with the idea of making software. But anyway, I mean, for example, let's say I'm going to have a holiday sale. I don't need to think up what the press release says. All I do is I click right there. Let's do it right now so you get a little idea of what's going to happen. Everything is populated right over here, and then you just add your information, okay? I mean, it really couldn't be any easier than it is right here. And just to give you a little idea, it only takes you 10 minutes. Or not even 10 minutes. I'm going to do a demonstration. It's probably going to take about 8.5 minutes to take one of these templates, insert my personal information, and then you have a professional press release that you can go ahead and submit. All right, you could save it. If you want to add it to your website, you can do that. There's so many things that you can do with this. It's really awesome. Okay, so I wanted to show you what it looks like to go ahead and submit your press release. I went ahead, I imported just a press release template right over here. I didn't make any changes whatsoever. So if we look at the legend over here, it says click this button right over here to submit your press release. I went ahead and did that. I hit that button. And what's going to happen is this little area over here is going to pop up to give your press release a headline. So I just wrote press release headline, and then I'm going to press submit. From there, a brand new tab is going to open up. This is what it looks like. On the left-hand side, you're going to see all of the different press release submission sites that you can go ahead and submit your press release to. Naturally, if you're not in the military or the metals or the medical industry, whatever it is, you're not necessarily going to submit your press release there. It doesn't really make much sense necessarily. So at that point, what you can do is you can just deselect which sites you don't want your press release to be submitted to. This is your press release right over here. By all means, this is a great time to go ahead and check what your press release looks like, how it reads, because at this point, if you do go ahead and submit your press release, this is exactly how it's going to read, and you can't go back and make any changes whatsoever. All right, so right over here in this area, it says select categories for your press release. So you can go ahead, select, deselect, whatever you want. And then after you're ready, go ahead, click this button right over here, submit your press release. Once you click that button, this area over here will start to show all of the press release sites that have been submitted to. The ones that have been successfully submitted to are going to show up with a green check mark. The ones that show up as you see it run that are not going to successfully get submitted are going to have a red X. And by all means, you'll be able to see the results of the entire submission process right in your email's inbox. Just take a look. It'll show you all of the results. It'll also, show you all of the links that you can go ahead and click on to verify that your press release has been submitted. For those of you that are submitting your clients' press releases, that's actually a great way to go ahead and show them exactly where their press release ended up. So you can go ahead, you can take that submitted email report, you could forward that to them. That's not a problem. Okay. Otherwise, just wanted to take this opportunity, so now that you had a good look through the entire software, you could see how easy it is to use. I have no doubt whatsoever that this will be an incredible resource for you for your entire internet marketing career, and spanned out even only a year's worth of time. This software is really only dollars a month. All right, it's an awesome investment. And for the people that have already, the users that have already had access for the past few years, they can attest that as this software keeps on getting updated, it just gets better and better and better and better. And now you can go ahead and take advantage of buying the best ever, investing in the best ever press release press release generator software to date. Thanks so much.